Hi everyone, my name's Jackson and I'm a sophomore games and simulations major. Some of my non-game design or development related hobbies would be things like hiking and watching movies. I grew up as a Boy Scout and I ended up to being a Life Scout, so hiking has always been a really important part of my life. I think that video games are a really interesting and innovative way to tell stories because of all the possibilities for storytelling. You can use things like movement or enemy placement to convey information or help the player connect with the main character. You're given a lot of freedom, but at the same time that freedom can also negatively affect the story if it's written incorrectly. Video games give players control of pacing and framing, but if everything goes right, you can make a story that can have a deeper impact and connection with the viewer. Some of my favorite games storytelling-wise are Left 4 Dead 2, Hotline Miami 2, and Psychonauts 2, lots of sequels. I think that these all do a great job at showing different ways that a video game can uniquely tell a story in a way that immerses the player. I think that video game storytelling still is a way to go, but as technology and accessibility improves, I think that we're going to start seeing stories that use video games in ways that we never imagined before. I've been working on video games for a long time, but so far I have 3 big games that are actually released for sale, and they have various different influences. Flying Frags is a first-person shooter and 3D platformer. Its gameplay is inspired by games like Quake and Donkey Kong Country. It's got a pretty light story, but I call the story a mix between Half-Life and Mario Galaxy. You play as the only person remaining on the planet after an alien invasion, as you explore and discover why the robot aliens are here, that this isn't their first time visiting. Hyperjustice is a third-person shooter mixed with an autorunner. Its gameplay is inspired by Hotline Miami, Max Payne, and GoldenEye. Unlike Flying Frags, it has actual characters and cutscenes, and they are inspired by Max Payne and Miami Vice. You play as police officer Clive Lawman, a year after the death of his partner, as you investigate a new very dangerous drug. My newest game is Castillo, which has gameplay inspired by Blood and Mario Sunshine. It's got a story with some Zelda and Castlevania influences in it, and you play as a detective who discovers Dracula's castle and is planning to consume our dimension's Earth by starting an apocalypse. You spend the game traveling throughout different dimensions that are all stuck in apocalypse time loops as you collect crystals to slowly weaken Dracula. Although my games have a pretty wide range of themes and influences, I'd say that most of them have a little bit of Sam Raimi or John Romero in them. And career-wise, if any gaming doesn't work out, then I'd like to work at a medium-sized studio, 20 to 50 people, and my goal is to work on a game with a team of 15 people. I think that's a pretty good amount of people to work on a game with, just for creative influence and being able to get stuff done. And yeah, that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for watching.